do people do when they go through this process? Do they, I mean, let me make it specific. So somebody who has had years of anger and they've suppressed it, years of grief, they've suppressed it, years of just trauma and things, they've suppressed it, they've not fully allowed themselves to feel. Do you, before they transcend, do you make them feel that emotion to the fullest? Or do you just suppress it and just rewire and do something new?
Yeah, I think that a lot of people, like, they have a lot of strong emotions that are on the surface, and they have some strong emotions that are buried in there, right? And I would never say to a person to suppress their emotion. Listen, we all react. We all react. But the question is, how long? How long are you going to react? Really, that's the question. Look at a kid, right? A child just has a reaction, 10 minutes, they're over it, and they're back, for the most part, playing and doing whatever. And I think the greatest thing we can teach children is that kind of emotional intelligence to kind of shorten their emotional responses. So I never say to a person, don't react. I will say to them, how long are you going to react for? Because if you have an event in your life that creates an emotion and you don't regulate that emotion, it lasts for hours or days. That's called a mood. It's one long emotional reaction. You say to the person, why are you in a mood? I'm in a mood because of this thing that happened to me 7 days ago. If they keep the same emotional reaction going on for months, weeks to months, that's called a temperament. The person just has an angry temperament. Why are you angry? I had this event happen to me, 9 months ago. It goes on for years on end. That's a personality trait. That personality trait is really based on an experience or series of experiences that create that emotion, right? And then a person just memorizes their emotion. They're having one long emotional reaction, and now they're looking for it. They're looking for a reason to be angry. They're looking, not consciously, they're looking for a reason to judge, right? Because it reaffirms their belief in themselves, how they believe, what they believe about life. So when a person's sitting in a meditation and there's 2,000 people in the audience and they're their eyes closed and everything's there's music playing and they have some instructions, and all of a sudden here comes this agitation, here comes this resentment, here comes this impatience, and the body is revving up, right? That's when the person typically says, I can't meditate, that's my mother's fault, I'm quitting, whatever. But if they know what to do and they know how to work with their body, and like training an animal, they bring the body back into the present moment, because the moment they're feeling that emotion, the body's in the past. They go, oh my God, I'm going into the past. The agitation is turning on the stress hormones. I'm going to go